Hello everyone, it's Gail Moffat here, and we're live on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, and it's very nice to see you all or hear from you all this evening. Now, a little bit, I was thinking about today what I would talk about for you, and one of the things that I was actually seriously thinking about is I'm sure that a lot of the people that listen to this show have an ability but don't know how to access that ability or how to become more mediumistic or more psychic. And obviously, to get really going, you need to find a teacher and you need to get involved with somebody who will mentor you through this process. But I wanted to share with you how it happened for me. And I mean, there was a long sort of history of getting information through my, as a child and through my teens and in my 20s. But it wasn't until I was 39 that I really felt drawn to sort of look at this in a more positive way. And so what I did, first and foremost, was I actually got a pack of cards. And I don't mean playing cards, I mean tarot cards. And what I used to do is I used to shuffle them and then lay them out and then look at the cards that I got through and look at the meanings of what these cards meant. And then I'd pack them all back into the pack again, shuffle them and lay them all out. And this particular pack that I did buy, what was so incredible about it was, now I know that a lot of people are, and you may be familiar with the Rider-Waite pack, which is the very common pack that psychics use. It's probably the most used pack of psychic cards and tarot cards. However, my first pack was one that I was drawn to, and this is important. You need to be drawn to the pack that's going to work with you. It's a bit like if you were to choose a pendulum. You need to be drawn to the one that really sort of like dazzles you in a way that you just feel drawn to. And that's the one that's going to work best for you. And so the one that I was drawn to was a pack called the Oracle pack. And what I find so interesting is that when you start to learn the cards, what you see is the kings and the queens and the princes and the princesses, and they all look like, and they wind back a bit. They actually represent star signs. And so then when I looked at these people on the cards and then looked at the people I was reading, there was a similarity in the way they looked. And it never sort of seemed to cease to fail me. And it was just so incredible, this pack of cards. And I can't recommend it highly enough, but obviously you have to be drawn to go and get it. What I might do is, on my Facebook page, I'll take a photograph of some of the images and post them on the page so you can have a look at it later, because they are quite interesting. So basically what I'm trying to say is that through practice and with this pack, I was shown a way to lay things out. And I started off with what's known as the Celtic cross. And it's just a way of laying cards out. But as I got more experience, Spirit would sort of draw me to bundle them in one direction, like particular issues would be in one direction and more issues would be in another direction. And then eventually what happened, which was quite incredible, is I would do my private readings and somebody would come to see me and I'd lay out my cards. And before I'd even laid out the last card, Spirit was talking to me and giving me sort of all the information that was needed to be given. And I hadn't even properly looked at the cards. And this started to happen time and time again. And I got to the point where I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to work with spirit, because spirit is where is that they are people in the spirit world, and they are the people that are giving me the information. And so I literally just access it right from the spirit world. They give me the information. It comes into my head here, as hearing, and I see in front of me, and then I just sense things as well. And what's so incredible about it is that I went from relying on a tool, which was the tarot cards, to moving across to a point where I simply, all I needed to do was work with spirit, and spirit give me all the words that need to be spoken. And so back in the old days, when I used the tarot cards and I used the pendulum and things like that, and I was interested in all sorts of things, I've now come a long way and don't need any of it. So I just talk to spirit. So I thought that would be something interesting to share with you. And it may be that you want to copy my method of developing your mediumship, because it is a good way. And you'll be amazed at how the tarot cards work when you lay them out and you think, wow, it really is amazing when you look at the meanings of what's been laid out. Anyway, so I'm going to leave that idea with you, and I want to go to some callers, and I know I've got a caller waiting. I've got Estefana in George, West Texas. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how are you this evening?
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Good. And how can I help you? By the way, I'm a medium and I'm a psychic, so I can connect to loved ones and also I can connect to look at what's going on in your life, either way.
Okay, right now I'm in a relationship that I don't know. I'm so confused with him, because he comes and he goes and then he waits a couple of days, and he comes sees me, and then sometimes don't even call me.
Yeah. I'm as you're talking, I'm picking up things at the same time, because I'm picking up this coming and going and coming and going, and I know with him that I get the feeling that there's I'm hearing the word unsure, and I don't know whether I'm working with you on that or whether I'm working with him. But so just give me a moment, because I know I'm getting the word unsure that's being given to me, and I know that as I'm going deeper into this, I know that it's like I'm now being given more details. There is uncertainties on both sides, because there's an element with you, I feel like there's an element with you of whether you actually trust. Would you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And I feel like there's been in the past situations of betrayal. Would you understand that? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I know that because he's working and operating in this way, it's making you feel really uneasy, particularly when you look at your past, where your past has shown to you elements of trust issues have come up here.
Yes,
and I know that when I look at him, I feel that he's the sort of person that there's a lot of things sort of going around in his life, and I feel that he's actually not quite on the same page as you. As I look at this situation, it's almost as though it's like he's dragging behind in where you're at emotionally. And I feel with him that he is, it's like I get this feeling of sort of uncertainty with him. And I know with him that this is interesting. I know that this feeling of uncertainty is not going to stay with him for long. Because I feel with him that he is going to come to, this is words I wouldn't have associated with this. Spirit have just given me this word. He's going to come to an epiphany. Do you know, an epiphany is where it's like a big realization. A big realization in his mind that he's going to be thinking, what am I doing? I've got this amazing woman and I'm going to lose her if I don't buck my ideas up. And I just get this feeling that he's going to come to this way of thinking. And I'm not sure about timing, and I'm just asking Spirit about timing. And timing is difficult for Spirit, as you probably know. But I'm just asking nevertheless, because we all like to know, don't we? But yes. I get this feeling that it's almost like he's behind the time where you're at. It's like you're ahead of time of him in your feelings and emotions and things like that. But I feel that it's almost as though he's grown to have feelings of love, but those feelings of love are not recognised by his conscious mind. And it's not until I just get this feeling that something is going to happen where it snaps him in his mind. It's like a snap that I'm being given. It's going to snap in his mind where he's going to think, oh my God, you know, what am I doing? And he's going to really see that I feel like there's something's going to happen where he's going to be threatened in the relationship with you. And I'm not sure, I don't feel that you're going to give him necessarily an ultimatum, but I just feel like there's something is going to happen, and I just don't know what it is. I'm just being told something's going to happen, that you are going to see him have a realization of his feelings and emotions towards you. And I feel that this is going to be a really positive thing. And I almost feel that he's going to be so sorry for his behaviour, because he's going to recognise where he's gone wrong and what he's done and how his behaviour has affected things in your relationship. And he's going to be really, really sorry. And I also feel that I feel like it may be raining when he has this epiphany. Does it rain in Texas?
Yes, ma'am. It does. And I mean, he talks to me and he tells me that he loves me a lot and he's not going to lose me. But it's like I tell him, well, you need to show me and you need to spend more time with me. I mean, I know you need to work, but I mean, enough is enough.
Yeah, but I just feel like he's going to feel scared that he's going to lose you, and it's going to knock him into action. I don't know whether you're going to get fed up with him or what's going to happen, but I know there's going to be a turnaround in this man's behaviour and the way he operates. And because, you know, when you look at him, if you take all this coming and goings, you know, put that on the shelf for a moment, when you actually look at him, he's a really, I just feel like he's a bit of a gem. He's a bit of a, you know, he's a nice, I like him. And he's got a lovely energy, and I feel that he's quite really sweet, and he can get, I feel like there's times when he can get a little bit emotional as well. Does that make sense to you as I describe him?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And he's just so cute. And is there children around you?
No, I live by myself right now. I mean, I have 2 daughters, but no, they you know, live on their own. And I have my grandkids.
You got okay, because I just know, because I feel that, and so he would have met the grandchildren. Is that right?
Yes.
Because I'm just getting this sense with him around children, and he's a sweetheart. He's just so sweet.
Yeah, he's a good man. Don't get me wrong. He's a good man. It's just.
Yeah, he's a very good man, and I think that he's the sort of person that would do anything for you as well. But the problem is that he is. I feel that he's just lagging behind in where you're at with all of his emotional stuff, and I just get this feeling that you are going to. I get the feeling that he's going to do 180 degrees turnabout, and in that 180 degrees, he is going to be a better man for you. He's going to be more loving and very emotional in this process. He's going to get quite emotional, and I feel like he's somebody who could cry. A lot of men try and hide their emotions, don't they?
Yes,
but I get this feeling that he's going to cry because he's going to be so sorry for the way he's behaved. And I think that he's going to actually buck his ideas up. So I hope that helps. And I know, and I hope that find me on Facebook. My name is Gail Moffat, and it's British International Medium and Teacher. And let me know how you get on. Be lovely to hear from you. But good luck with everything, and thank you for calling in.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Right, so we have Wilma in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Are you there?
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Thank you, I'm well too.
Good. Now, I'm a medium, so I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, but I also can look at aspects of what's going on in your life. How would you like me to work this evening?
Okay. Can I get 1 second because I can hear you well?
Okay, so Wilma is just...
I can hear you now.
You can hear now, good. Okay, how would you like me to work?
Okay, I don't know what type of you see what's going on with me, if you can see me, because I was married and I have a boy, but she cheating me and she live with other guy and she have a new baby, but they don't let me see my son.
Right.
And last times I have a dreams with him and it's like 6 months I can see him because she don't let me see. I don't know, because her boyfriend is jealous.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel kind of bad because this week I can't sleep well. I feel something in my room. I don't know. It's something like it scared me. I don't know why.
Okay. Right, so let me have a look at this. Now,
okay.
First of all, I want to look at the situation with your son. And the first thing that I'm getting is that because I feel that he was quite young when you separated. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because he feels, he still, you understand that, Wilma?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Right.
Yes.
And so I know that he's, because I feel very young, and probably sort of almost like at an age where he sort of doesn't sort of.
Like 5 years.
He doesn't sort of recognise what's going on or appreciate what's going on, and just gets used to whatever situation he's in. He's that sort of young age that I feel around him, and I feel with I feel that the problem that you have lies with the boyfriend as opposed to her, because energetically I'm just getting this slice from him, like a wall that I'm seeing with him, and I know that this is something that you have to be. I'm being told that this is something where you have to find strength and be positive with how you deal with this. And I feel that I've got a grandmother in the spirit world that, and I feel like I'm going on your mother's side of the family, that is talking to me and wants to talk about how upset she feels for you that her great grandchild is not being getting to know she's saying our side of the family, and I want you to know that she is saying to me, this is what she's saying to me, please, please, please take action and find a way to see this your child, because she's saying to me that in your actions she will help you along the process. And I feel drawn to sort of some legal matters as well. Have you gone down that road?
Yeah, can I tell you something? Because I sent her to the court, and my court I have it this 31 and August 31. I don't know what's going on there.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't quite hear that.
Okay. I say, I call her, I get her for the court. I have a court this August 31.
You had a court hearing and you were 31?
Yeah, and August 31. I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh, right. Coming up in August, you've got a court hearing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was drawn to sort of court and legal matters around this. And your grandmother is encouraging me to encourage you to say, stay strong and firm with what you want. And she's going to help in this matter, because she feels quite, she was somebody that family, she's saying family matters. Because I feel like she liked having family around. Family was important to her and still is. And so she's going to support you through this process. I know that as I look at this situation and I focus my mind on a judge, I'm seeing him put like the hammer down, and I'm hearing visitation rights, and I'm hearing that word, visitation rights. So I know that you're going to be able to be in a situation where you are able to have the rights to see your son, and your grandmother is helping you along this path. How does that sound?
Nope, sounds good, because I don't know, I'll be alone sometimes, no?
Yeah, and I also feel that, because when I look at your ex, she, I feel, has a sense of guilt and feels like this isn't right, but the person that she's with is quite strong and dominant. And I feel that this is where you've got the problem. She's sort of there's a little bit of control there. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think.
But I do feel that she feels guilty and actually would like your son to be in touch with you. And I feel that this is going to change in the court hearing, because I'm seeing
focused my energy on the judge, and I just like saw the hammer go down, and he's talking about visitation rights, and there will be visitation rights. You will this whole situation will improve. And also,
okay.
when I look at your home, is there how can I put this? Would you like to make your home a little bit more comfortable?
My what?
Your home. Would you like to make it a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like I'm sort of seeing you sort of wanting to make it a little bit more comfortable, because I feel like there will be visitation rights from your son, and I've just got this feeling around your home that there's going to be some changes, and I know that you're going to be encouraged to sort of do things around your home, encouraged emotionally in your mind, not encouraged by somebody else necessarily, but I just feel that you're going to want to sort of, oh, I'll do this for him and that for him and make it look a bit more. I've just got that thing. But anyway, so thank you for your call, and I hope that works out. Find me on Facebook. It's Gail Moffat, International Spiritual Medium and Teacher, and let me know how you get on, and I hope it all goes well for you. And thank you for calling.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering me a couple questions. That's it. Thank you.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Good luck. Right, so that was two callers, Estefana and Wilma, that called in today. And when we look at our lives, there are always situations that we're all going through in our lives, and perhaps one of the things to sort of reflect on is that because nobody has sort of really has a perfect life. We look at other people and think they may do, but they don't really. There's always a situation that's going on in our lives.